Dairy processor Brookside has rolled out a capacity-building initiative targeting smallholder farmers to boost the quality and quantity of milk produced. Brookside General Manager for Milk Procurement, Emmanuel Kabaki, says this is part of efforts to ensure a steady supply of milk for processing amid growing demand for dairy products. Kabaki made the remarks when Brookside announced a payout of 500 million shillings to contracted smallholder dairy farmers who supplied raw milk between July and November this year. The amount represents a 41% increase on what was paid out during a similar period last year. Tea and coffee value chain stakeholders are advocating for the integration of climate-smart agricultural practices through a multifaceted approach. The stakeholders say adopting these practices will be crucial in positioning Kenya as a leader in sustainable agriculture and enhance the country's appeal to global and regional markets.
Tea and coffee sectors remain central to the country's agriculture economy, employing 40% of the total workforce and 70% of the rural workforce. However, the country's trade position faces challenges as the volume of trade as a share of GDP declined from 46.7% in 2014 to 32.4% in 2023, while exports of goods and services as a share of GDP dropped from 17.5% to 11.84% over the same period. To reverse this trend, the State Department for Trade, in collaboration with the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, is leading a validation workshop on the green supplement to the National African Continental Free Trade Area Strategy, an initiative that seeks to harmonize the country's trade and environmental objectives.
It's important that in the context of climate change and environmental-related hazard, that we build resilience for this sector so they are properly managed and they are in a better way to provide more jobs, to provide more economic gains, more export earning for the Kenyan economy so that it's resilient, it can adapt in a meaningful way with the climate shocks.
Its adoption means that Kenya will need to update trade and environmental policies to incorporate green standards, ensuring compliance with international agreements and consumer expectations.
Look at the strategies that can be developed, not only by the government, but the private sectors and other stakeholders has to be part of the process so that they are aware on what's going on and what type of support they can gain, especially in this context, how we can leverage green financing for investment in agricultural, particularly targeting the coffee and tea sectors.
This approach is expected to safeguard the livelihoods of over 5 billion people reliant on the tea and coffee sectors. Trevor Ngendo for Prime Edition.